Hey, what's good, guys? This is Manuel Godoy. Let me check in, make sure everybody's sounding well, that you can hear me clearly. We are here today talking about the Flame Kickstarter. Yeah, it's about to go down. It's pretty dope. You know, it's definitely something that I'm excited about. But yeah, I've just been, we've been doing a lot of work in the background, man. We just closed out our own Kickstarter for $125,000. And now we got this other Kickstarter from Flame. Flame, this is the first Kickstarter he's ever done. King Lion. King Lion, he signed to us last year. We signed King Lion to our company, and we invested in him a lot of money in order to make his comics. And when he released his comics on freaking November, right? Black Friday, that's when he released them. We had sold like over 10,000 books since he came out, you know? So I was freaking elated. Like I was super excited about the fact that this man really got himself like out there, really grew, right? It made me feel great knowing that a man like that could, do such things. And, for me, I can't front, man. I can't front. I'm excited. I'm super excited about everything that's going on right now. His Kickstarter just started about 3 hours ago, and he's done a lot of damage already, right? And my community, my investors, my patrons, my fans, right? We really haven't tapped in yet. We haven't put our backing into the campaign yet, but we're about to. So first, everybody here, if you're here from Patreon, let me know in the comment section. Tell me what state you're in too. Tell me what state you're in. Which state are you in right now? What you represent? And I'm representing Delaware, right? And let's get popping in here. Hit some likes, share this video. Let's have a good time. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun. Now, if you don't know, King Lion is a part of our new initiative. It's an initiative in which we are going to do Kickstarters consistently for our creators. So we have a lot of people signed to our company, about 12 different titles, and we're going to go to Kickstarter all the time to fund their productions. The reason for that is simple. You get signed copies, right? Everybody loves signed copies of books, right? We also allow, more creative growth, right? We get to create more stuff. And that only happens if we're supporting them financially. And that means Kickstarters, right? Kickstarters are great ways to support your favorite creators. King Lion's done a lot of stuff for us. So that's why we're supporting him. We're also going to be talking today about the next round for writing. So I know a lot of writing competition people are here, right? So we're going to be talking about that. All right, you can ask any questions about that. We're also going to have a video tomorrow on the writing competition. So tomorrow we're going to have a writing competition exclusive video. It's going to tell you about the rules, the way we're setting it up, the way you can win those positions. Right, that's going to be tomorrow. And lastly, we're also going to talk about what we plan on doing with Black Sands the anime. Right? So Black Sands the anime is going to happen, right? And we have an idea of how we're going to do it, right? And it's going to be a pretty cool idea. You're going to be able to own a piece of Black Sands, like the movie, the show, right? And that's going to be huge. That's going to be a huge thing. You need to be ready for that when it happens. So first, let's go check up on the campaign for King Lion. Now, when King Lion did his campaign, before I sent out the emails, before this video, he was at 35 backers, and what was it? 35 backers and $5,100. That's how much he raised so far in 3 hours, right? 35 backers, $5,100. That was the number, right? Then I sent my emails out. So let's see where he's at right now. Let's see where he's at. Hey, look at that. So since I sent my emails, he's gone up by about $1,500. That's pretty good for us. We're doing pretty good. You guys, the link is in my description. So if you want to support their Kickstarter campaign now, you can, right? And hey, just come right back in this video afterwards. But you can support them right now. It's always best to support on the first day. The reason for that is very simple. The campaign, if it doesn't get funded, no one gets charged. On the last day, everyone gets charged. So if you want to cancel before the last day, you can, and nothing, you get no penalty, right? You only get charged at the very end of the campaign. So you don't have to worry about that. So join up today if you're planning on supporting Flame's Kickstarter. And what you get in the Kickstarter, let's talk about the rewards. So let me see here. Let me get to those rewards. All right, so the ones that I want to focus on, first of all, if you ain't got that much money, just drop 20 on it and get your digital copies. But if you're a collector, right, and you want signed copies, the $100 tier gets you 4 hardcover books. So you get 4 hardcover books at the hardcover collectors tier, right? That's $100. If you like single issue comics, right? If you like single issue comics, which are the ones that people collect, that's more like collectors and stuff. It's $120, right? But you get 1 through 13. So you get 13 single issue comics, all signed by King Lion. Lastly, if you want an early bird special and get absolutely everything in this Kickstarter campaign, this bundle has 1 through 13 digitally, poster 1, poster 2, a Flame limited edition t-shirt, signed copies of all 4 hardcovers, and signed copies of all 13 Flame single issue chapters. Finally, you also get your name in the credits of hardcover number 4, and that's on discount right now for the early bird special. The full price is $200, but you can get all that stuff. You can literally get $300 of stuff for $180, just like we did with our last Kickstarter. When you saw the anniversary edition Kickstarter for Black Sands, it was the same thing I was doing there. I had a $200 tier that was worth way more money than the $200 that was in it. Oh, of course, man. Of course, people do it all the time. People do it all the time. My fans, first of all, you got to understand this. The Flame fans are my fans, right? They're part of my community, right? And last Kickstarter that we did, Crocodile, last Kickstarter that we did like $100,000 in one day. In one day. And the average pledge was $180. You understand? So the average pledge was $180. So yes, people do like put like $150 each. No problem. Because they love us. They love us and they love what we're doing, and we're really good at what we do. I can show you right now. Let me show you a book. This is what Flame does, man. Let me show you these books real quick. Look at that right there. Look at that right there. You can't tell me that ain't fire, man. You can't tell me that ain't fire right there. That's why Flame does so well. The quality. One thing we do when we invest in people is we make sure the standard of the production is extremely high. Like, we're not gonna do no whack, cheap imitation stuff. We're gonna do the most expensive looking stuff that we could possibly produce, because we're basically the Gucci of Black comic books. Real talk. Can you show us what the shirt looked like? Actually, he hasn't designed it yet. So King Lion is going to be releasing the shirt soon. So just keep an eye out for it. The shirt should go up pretty soon, as well as the posters, right? And some of the books aren't done yet. So we haven't done 11 through 13 yet. So we're funding that right now. That's what this production is for. 11 through 13. And we're continuing the series. All right, but those aren't done yet. All the other ones are done so far, 1 through 10, right? And they're a part of this campaign as well. Crocodile says, so if the Kickstarter works well, we get more chapters. Yep. And this is the thing about it too. I told him, right? First of all, he's gonna finally start making some serious money. Because before then, I invested a lot of money in King Lion. I invested a hell of a lot of money in King Lion in order to make him where he is today, right? And he's close to zeroing out his his advances, right? Because he had advances and he has to zero that out before he starts getting royalties. This Kickstarter right here covers all the advances that ever happened, also funds his future productions without causing advances, right? Pays him for the work while he's doing it and cuts him a check immediately. So this is going to literally like free him up to having a straight up career in comics as opposed to starting off, because he was in the starting off stage where he still had to figure out how he's gonna basically get a return on the investment, right? How he's gonna get a return on the investment. But after this Kickstarter campaign, if we do like $20,000, he's in the clear. He's in the clear for like the rest of time. He can just work nonstop on comics, and it's not a problem anymore because we don't have a big debt anymore. You know what I'm saying? So this campaign is huge as far as like how much he's going to be producing. He's going to be producing a lot of stuff. And I think on the BSP Comics app, I think he's only up to like chapter 7 in there. But he's done up to chapter 10, but he only released up to chapter 7. So there's still 3 more chapters that haven't been released, and then there's 3 more chapters that will be created before we get to that 4th hardcover book. I really want to be a part of Black Sands in some way as far as acting or even voice acting. What do I need to do? You guys shoot your shot when the rounds open. Whenever you see those casting rounds open up, shoot your shot. We do them, but it's not often. It's very, very far and in between. Being honest with you, it's just very far and in between. So just keep your eye out. But voice acting and acting is very, very niche, and it's not something that we have opportunities of every 5 seconds. What's up, Giselle? Yeah. You want to come down and talk? What's up? Okay. All right. Show them pages. You want to show them pages? All right, let's show some pages real quick. Let's see what we got here. Let me see what we got here. See if I can give some dope pages. Actually, I like the Lucifer ones. When Lucifer shows up for the first time and he whips everybody's ass. I like that. I like those pages. There he is. Yeah. These are the ones where everybody think they badass until they come across the boss. And he comes and he tears their asses up, man. This part of the book was really dope for me. I was like, woo-wee. He was laying them out, boy. And as he was about to kill him. This dude with like this godlike shot pistol like showed up behind him with like a god gun and stuff. It was lit, bro. The stuff it's an interesting story because there's a lot of elements to it, right? It's not so simple. It's not like high fantasy. There's a lot of mixed things. There's voodoo, there's magic, there's dragons, all types of crazy stuff goes on in Flame. You know what I mean? Back to the campaign. Let's check on it. What we got? What we got in the campaign? Let's go look. Woo, we over 7,000 now. Wait a minute. We at 73.15. Yo, who's doing that? Who just backed the campaign? If you're in this video right now, if you're in my comment section, let me know. I'm going to put you up on here so we can talk about you right here because you're doing some damage. I know you clicked that link in the description and you supported that campaign. You don't know how much it means. You know why? You know why it means a lot? Because we're proving to other Black creators, right? This is the thing that we're actually trying to do. It's very smart. So I hope you guys really, really learn from this, all right? Why it's so important that we're successful in making King Lion overly successful. The reason for that, right? And this is called economics. If you know that when you sign with Black Sands as a brand new creator, you have the potential to do tens of thousands of dollars on Kickstarter for your series, and you get paid up front because we have a large investment pool. You have all these benefits to being a part of the Black Sands brand, and all you got to do is give us your publishing rights, right? So we own the series so that we can bring it out to Hollywood, so that we can develop it for further production or video games or whatever. And my investors can benefit off of your great idea. Meanwhile, you're making money at the same time. That's the promise that Black Sands brings. So, having such a crazy successful campaign with Flame, that is literally going to prove to other creators who might have been hesitant on signing with Black Sands that, you know what, I think we should sign with Black Sands. They really know what they're doing. They're really good at what they're doing. Remember, King Lion has never done a Kickstarter in his life. His first comic ever made was under our company. First time ever. So this means something. When we make that a success, it means something to the greater responsibility of Black Sands Entertainment, and other people believe that the best way forward is through Black Sands. That's why it's important. All right, here we go. We got a question about Lions Game. Lions Game's actually on chapter 3 right now. You guys haven't seen it because we're printing the books, right? But Lions Game's on chapter 3. Now, what we're going to do is, for all the patrons out there, all you patrons, we're going to release chapter 1, 2, and 3 together as a digital collection. So we'll release all 3 as digitals for the patrons, but the printed copies usually come out 2.5, 3 months after they're done, you know? So if we finish chapter 3 this month, it will be out in like freaking October. You know what I'm saying? Printed copies. That's usually how it works. We have a lot of books coming to us within a month. Like in 4 weeks, we're going to have like freaking 16 new books. 16. And 8 of them are hardcovers. Literally 8 of the 16 books that are coming in 4 weeks are straight up big ass hardcover books, like 150 pages each. And if you want to know what they are, that's Black Sands Ultimate number 3, Flame Ultimate 1, 2, and 3, Muntu Warriors Ultimate 1 and 2, the prequel to Muntu Warriors, and Andika Ultimate 1. So all those books, all those hardcovers, they're all coming in. They're all coming in, man. We got 4 chapters of Granada Shadow, the new series. Carthage is there. We got so many titles, bro. We about to be banging. If you already pledged, can you upgrade to pay more? Yes, you can. You can also cancel too. So there's some ultimate freedom with Kickstarter. So if you go there, just simply go manage my pledge. I think you go to your profile and say manage my pledge, and you can change your pledge to whatever you want. You can change tiers, you can cancel it, you can add add-ons, I think, whatever you want to do. All right, so go ahead. If you want to upgrade, go ahead and upgrade. New York, what's up? Just said Keys. What's the question? The Kickstarters are only for the comics, right? Yeah, Kickstarters, we're going to be focusing entirely on comic books for all these creators that we have signed under us. So yes, that's what this one's about. Hey, Muddy Productions, thank you so much for supporting us, man, and supporting King Lion. King Lion, trust me, King Lion cares. King Lion cares. It's huge about this. I'd love to write for Black Sands. Shoot your shot. It's going to happen. It's going to happen within a month or so. We're going to start this competition, and we're going to have a nice mini book. There's a mini rule book that we're going to develop for this writing competition. So everybody's going to be able to download the mini rule book and have a guide to what they can write in the Black Sands universe. It's going to be cool. It's going to be cool as hell. So shoot your shot. The Flame Kickstarter is going crazy, right? We doing it, baby. This is how you do it too. You go live. You talk about the realization of what's really happening, right? Like, people don't understand the disconnect sometimes. They think I'm just supporting somebody, but I'm not. I own Flame. My company, Black Sands Entertainment, of which there are 5,000 investors, right? 5,000 investors. We own Flame. So there's no reason why we shouldn't bang out and dominate whenever we do a Kickstarter, because we are investing in ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We're investing in ourselves. So long as we have capital to keep making content, eventually we're going to have a huge, giant catalog, right? That we could put out there and maybe get a show or something like that, because we have this huge catalog of work. So we are investing in ourselves. We have 5,000 investors, right? And that's why it's so important to teach people and relay to people who are new to our audience that, you know, this is the reason why our stuff blows up. It's because we have actual stock holding investors who know that this is their property. And because it's their property, they go hard. And that's why we have averages of like $150, $200 average on pledge for comic books, comic book Kickstarters. Think about that. Most comic book Kickstarters are like $20, $30 is the average per backer. For us, 150 plus, 150 plus, 200 plus. Why? Because people are collectors. They're collecting something that they invested in. They know that there's a real value to it because they already invested in that property, and they have, and if it blows up, they get financially rewarded because the stock price goes up, right? Follow the line. Stock price goes up. Stock price goes up. So they know, blow it up, blow it up, blow it up. Oh, you think Lions Game is like Yu Yu Hakusho? I'm gonna be honest with you. This was one of the projects that I actually directly helped bring up the idea, right? Because I had a competition for this on Patreon, and the competition was as follows. We were going to have a whole bunch of people submit stories for a martial arts tournament in ancient Mali. That was the idea of the story. The idea that I had was very simple. Why don't we have like a hyper masculine story that was about fighting, just straight up like martial arts tournament set in Africa? I think that would be dope because you could talk about different cultures in Africa, right? And at the same time, you'd have like some really like cool ass characters and following that story. So I was like, we need to make something like that. Everybody has to submit on that idea, right? And Kevin Brown killed it. He killed that idea and he got the publishing deal for that concept. But the way we pushed it was very simple. It's like Baki, right? It's like Baki or Kengan, right? In ancient Mali, Bloodsport in ancient Mali. That's what it is. It's a martial arts tournament story, but it's in ancient Mali with a whole bunch of black people. Right? And I think it's gonna be huge. In fact, it's one of the series that I feel like really will land in Netflix hard, right? Other companies, not so much, but Netflix, they love those hyper masculine, like martial arts stories. They love them. Ken Gins has always killed it. Baki has always killed it on that platform. I have no reason to doubt that Lions Game, if it ended up on Netflix, it would fucking dominate. I have no doubt. You know, because it fits them perfectly already. Don't come down here. Okay, get your iPad. Let's see. So one of our people over in LinkedIn, Amara says, I hope I said that right too, Amara. How would the future positions for animating and writing be posted? Through Patreon and our investor portfolio. So we fund there as well. We're gonna put those updates over there because they're the only people that can apply. It's closed applications. I don't want to read 1,000 applications. I'll be honest with you. These are short stories. So I don't want to read I don't want to read like 5,000 pages of content, right? So I want to make sure it's I only get like maybe 2 or 300. I hope I don't get too many, right? Cuz I actually have to read it all and I have to get other people to read it. So it's going to be a closed application. You know, we don't want to have too many people apply. Will Flame become an animated series? Most likely, eventually, one day. And not only will it become an animated series, but I think it'll be more like Persona. How many people in the comment section agree with me that the Persona style, would fit, Flame? I think Persona would fit Flame amazingly, right? RWBY, right? That kind of like 3D, like kind of neon punk style. I think that would fit the style of Flame, right? The flair of Flame's characters and stuff. That's what I think. Hey, let's check up on the campaign too. I'm gonna go through all these comments, but I want to check up on the campaign again because I haven't yet. So let's see where we at. Whoa, what happened here? We don't win up again? We don't win up by another $1,500 that quick? That quick, guys? I was just talking about Flame and we went up by another $1,500. What is going on? You gotta be kidding me. You guys are killing it right now. How many of y'all click that link right now and actually put your money in already? How many of y'all did that from this live stream? I want to start counting them. I want to make sure that I'm counting my pledges because I want to be able to talk to King Lion after this and talk about how effective it is to do live videos on YouTube and walk through people through the process. Because this is how I got 100K in one day. If you guys remember when we did the Black Sands campaign, we got 100K in one day, and we did 10,000 in 1 minute. The first minute of our campaign, we did $10,000. That is called being able to get your people fired up. And it seems like we've done pretty damn well for Flame as well. So I'm excited about this. We're at 8,500 already. We already passed the goal. We already fully funded in the first thing. Now we got to think of a stretch goal. What would you guys like a stretch goal to be? Let's get some votes. Let's get some votes. I want to see what you think the stretch goal should be for Flame. How about this? I got a good one for you. What about this? You guys tell me if this is a good stretch goal. I'm going to put it way up there, though. I'm not going to make it close because, you know, we got to get a lot of money in order to make this make sense. It's not going to make sense if we do it on a small budget. But how about this? A motion comic, right? A motion comic for the first 6 chapters of Flame. The first 6 chapters of Flame, a motion comic, fully voiced, special effects, just like the Black Sands episodes you've seen. Remember those Black Sands episodes on YouTube? Remember those? Let's do that. Let's do that. Fully voiced, special effects, custom music. Fully voiced, special effects, custom music. You know, voice acting competition. People got to fight for those positions. No one's ever voice acted those characters, so you have as brand new positions. What y'all think of that? Do you think that's a good idea? I'm gonna put it at like $30,000 though. I ain't gonna put it at like $15,000 because it's gonna cost us at least $5,000 or more to make that happen. In order to make that, so I'm gonna put it at least $30,000 before I think about doing a motion comic for Flame. It'd be a good idea. Pretty cool. Cloud said, I'm already in. Let's go. Have you developed relationships with other Black anime or Black comic creators? Yeah, plenty of them. Plenty of them. You'd be surprised how many people are close allies to Black Sands. And you'd be surprised how many people have been signed to the Black Sands. Like, we got like 12 different titles. We got 12 different titles under our brand, right? In fact, let me show you something. I'm going to show you a little secret, all right? This is cool right here. Let me go and show you. Let me show you my digital collection, okay? This is my digital books. All right, this is not this. We got a lot more books than this, but this is the digital books of all the books signed to Black Sands. Let me show you something. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Can I make this bigger? Let me see. Can I make this bigger? Yeah, what a pain in the butt. Let me see. Boom, boom. All right, so we're in there. All right, let me show you this. I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna share this screen with you real quick. I'm gonna stop sharing the Kickstarter for a second. I'm gonna share my drive so I can show you these digital comics that we own. This is us. This is ours. This ain't nobody else's. This is our company's titles, and we're gonna start right here. Okay. So let me make sure this is actually seen properly. All right. So we got Andika right here. Right. This is one of them right here, and we're just gonna go through them. Okay. I'm gonna go through them as fast as I can. So Andika. Let me see if I can get this smaller too, so we can all see it good. I want to be able to see the cover. There we go. That looks good. Let me see how that looks on your screen. How does that look on your screen? Can you see it? I don't know if I can. I can't see it. I can't see nothing. Let me see. Oh yeah, it looks good. Okay, it looks good. All right, let's go through it. All right. So here we go. Andika 1. Andika 2. Well, that's 3. Let's see. Andika 2 right there. Black Sands, Ultimate 1. Ultimate 2. 7. 8. 9. 10. Carthage. Cosmic Girls. First Pharaoh 1. First Pharaoh 2. Which one's that one? Oh, Flame. Flame 2. Flame 3. Flame 4. Flame 5. Flame 6. Flame 7. Y'all don't got that one. Flame 8. Flame 9. Y'all didn't see that one yet. I gotta release that to you patrons. Codename Inazuma. Retry. What's retry? What is it? Codename Inazuma. What's after that one? Okay, let's go. Inca. Oh, come on, man. Stop bugging out. Show me my stuff. There was a problem loading the page. Whatever. It was Eniola. All right, I got some problems here. It's probably too much data. I'm going through all these comics, man. Let's go Lions Game. Lions Game 1. Lions Game 2. Look at that cover for Lions Game 2. Look at that cover. Tell me something, man. Tell me something. I'm acting fool. My bad. Let me go through it. Madagascar 1. Mask of the Orisha. Master Orisha 2. Master of the Orisha number 3. Monarchs Chapter 1. Muntu Warriors. The prologue. Chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The origin stories? Come on, man. We going too hard here. Origin story number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. Come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all can't tell me nothing. Y'all can't tell me nothing. And that's not even all the books, bro. That's not even all the books. That's not even all of them, man. That's just the ones that I wanted to show you guys, man. That's the ones I wanted to show you. That's all under Black Sands. Investors own that because that's all published under Black Sands. We own all those. Every last one. Fully funded. Can you give a hint as to what characters we'll be writing about? Yes. The entire story will take place in Kushite Empire prior to a Epidamok showing up and conquering it. So, eventually a Epidamok and Emissemi conquer Kush, right? But before that, at the time of warlords, there was about 5 different warlords who were fighting for power in ancient Kush, right? So that's the story, right? And some of these characters will be one of those warlords, right? Some people will be different characters in that verse, but it's all going to be in that timeline, that time period. The warlords era of the Kushites. It's going to be pretty dope. It's going to be pretty dope. Why do you want to work with Netflix so bad instead of using your own platform or Heart Productions? Well, it really depends, though. It depends on which project. For instance, with Black Sands, I'm not in a rush to go anywhere. I'm not in a rush to go anywhere with Black Sands. Black Sands is so invested and makes so much money that I could be very patient with that. But something like Lions Game, which is very new, which hasn't done that much damage yet, which we haven't invested that much into yet, right? If it gets a Netflix deal early, great. You know what I'm saying? When you don't put that much investment in a property and then a major production and a major studio invest in it, that's a great deal because you didn't invest in it yet. You didn't put money into it like that yet. But when you got something like Black Sands that's done multiple millions of dollars, you don't just go out and get a deal. Like you don't just go out there and be like, "Oh, I'll take any deal you give me." No, there's gonna be some negotiations, and we're gonna fight for rights, right? But stuff like Lions Game, Flame, Cosmic Girls, stuff that's not exactly deeply invested in. Those are titles that we're more likely to go to a traditional TV deal with. Just the way it is. Hey, you ready for the next investment round? Hey, the next investment round will most likely be profit sharing for the first season of Black Sands. Right? I'm thinking about raising $10 million to do Black Sands season 1 and hiring one of the top 5 like anime studios in Japan. You know what I'm saying? The ones that make like the seenins. So like Attack on Titans, freaking Vinland Saga, right? Those kind of stories. Those are the ones I want to hire. I want to hire them. So you're talking about Mappa, you're talking about like Wit Studios, right? Kokenza, stuff like that. I'm gonna get them. And just let you know, before you think twice, just remember this. All right. I already raised $2 million in the past off of an idea. Imagine what I could do with celebrities who are going to be voice acting my characters and a hard commitment from one of them studios. If I get a hard commitment from one of them studios and they do like a sample, and I have voice actors from fucking Hollywood, black voice actors, and Kevin Hart's a part of the executive producer tier. Imagine how easy it's going to be to raise $10 million. And just to remind you, you know how Attack on Titans, everybody says is one of the best shows ever. Attack on Titans. Each season was like $5 million. Each season, it averaged $5 million to make per season. It's not that expensive. Not like American animation. You just got to get a deal. You just got to actually negotiate with them because it's very internal in Japan. So you got to make it real good for them. You have to really like get in there and get some negotiations in. But it's possible. It's possible. Hey, let's go and check again on Flame. So let's see what we got here. If you haven't yet, go click that link in my description, please. If you haven't yet, and support the Kickstarter campaign. I don't care if you only put $20 down. It's Black Sands time right now. He had fun. He had fun when he launched his campaign and got his couple of backers. But now it's Black Sands time. And in Black Sands time, we kill stuff. So I don't care if you're only doing $20. Make sure to back today. Make sure to push them numbers. Let's get to 100 freaking backers today. And share it with your friends and get them in there too. Because remember, this is a family-friendly brand. Flame is not for like only adults and stuff like that. This is actually more geared toward middle school and high school kids. So, they can really enjoy it. Let's see here. There we go. What we got here? Where we at? Haven't looked at it yet. It should update pretty soon. All right. We're looking at it right now. We're at 85.21. All right. Can we get a couple of more backers? Can we get to 60 backers before we end this live session? Let me know. Let me know if we can get to 60 backers before this live session is over. Thank you, T Mac. Appreciate you. Have you seen the Magi character in the game For Honor? No, I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it yet. No, I've seen my Magi and Black Sands, but I haven't seen theirs. It's Flame on Patreon. I'll re-release it. So I'll re-release it for you guys tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll upload a couple of chapters of Flame again because a lot of you guys just lost the link, right? I posted the link a while ago, but a lot of people just lost it for some reason. So I'll just repost it for you guys. No problem. Is there gonna be a new chapter of Iniola? Yes, it's actually being worked on right now. It's actually being worked on right now. I think we're on like page 10. We're on page 10 of book 2. Let me see here. All right. So I'm done so far. I got no more updates for you guys. That's basically it. Tomorrow we'll be talking directly with the game master who is going to help build uh the mini book for Black Sands writing competition. So it's gonna be a lot of questions to be asked tomorrow. But as far as right now is concerned, right? I ain't got no more. So if you have any questions, please put them in the comment section. And remember, you can support the campaign on Kickstarter by clicking the link in my description. All right. Click that link in my description and you can join up. We're at 55 backers. We're close to 60. That was my goal for this live stream was to get 60 backers. So we're very close. We're very, very close. What time tomorrow? 9 p.m. Eastern time. 9 p.m. Eastern time is when we're going to be doing that. I'm going to put another video up so you'll be able to see like the listing. You'll be able to see the listing, and hopefully that works for you. Daniel, thank you so much. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Yeah, Indiola's a great series. Indiola's a great series, and it's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. Chapter 2 really opens it up, man. We kind of gave you a little bit of a teaser at the end of chapter 1, right? Right, but chapter 2 is a banger, man. Chapter 2 is a banger. Chapter 2 is a banger. Real talk. Real talk. Let's get that 60 and then I can call it a day, man. I can call it a day. I'll be happy. I'll be fine. I'll feel proud of what we've done if we can get to that 60 backers. Also, let people know, man. Go ahead and share this on your social media pages, especially Instagram and TikTok. Just say, yo, I pledged the campaign. Make sure you pledge too. Time to back Black creators. Say that in your stories, man. It makes a difference. A lot of people will join your movement. You know, if they know you did, they're going to do it too. So go ahead and make some noise, baby. And I know I'm about to call up King Lion after this, right? Because I know he happy, right? I'm like, see there? Had to help you out a little bit, brother. Had to help you out tonight. Oh yeah, the podcast has a lot of relevant information about that writing competition, you know, and everything else. And we're gonna continue with the beat sheet this week as well. So last Friday we did an episode on the beat sheet. This week we're also gonna do a second episode for the beat sheet, and then we're gonna close it out next week for the last episode of the beat sheet before we go into regular business, right? Because at that point you should be writing your story. Like you don't need any more coaching for how to get that story off the ground. At that point, you just need to be writing your story and getting that first manuscript done. You know, once you got all your beat sheet done. So I'm kind of super excited about that. Let me see here what we got here. 8561. That's such an interesting number too. 8561. Let me see. You reached your funding goal. I like that. They already Said the email. You reached your funding goal. That's cool. So if you guys are wondering too, if it says like, created by Manuel Godoy, that's just because I'm the host. I'm the host of all Kickstarter campaigns under my company. So that's how it's always going to look. It's going to say created by Manuel Godoy, but it's Flame. It's 100% King Lion's campaign. I'm just the host. Legally, I have to be the person doing the campaign, right? Because taxes, a lot of taxes, Hey, we got 56 backers. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. What was a Kushite warlord like? That's what we're gonna have in the deck. That's exactly what we're gonna have in the mini book. We're gonna tell you guys about what warlords were like, what society was like, what was the food, what was the trade, how they made their money, the topography of the land, so ancient maps, right? Key events in the world at that time. So you should be aware of those events and not, and if you're going into them, you'll be able to write it properly, right? That's all going to be in the mini book. It's going to be a very detailed mini book, like 10 pages long. So you can really write some cool stories. And basically, somebody says, what's your definition of a warlord? Basically, somebody who leads through military alone. So in other words, they would be a king if they cared at all about the economy, right? But they only care about war. They only care about soldiers, right? And conquering. That's a warlord to me. So a warlord is a king who has absolutely no care in the world for the economic, repercussions of owning land. You understand? They just don't care about it. They only care about having the best soldiers, right? And beating other people's soldiers. That's what a warlord is. That's what I believe. So, when I say 5 warlords, I mean basically everybody's building armies and nobody really cares about greater society. Hey, we have 57 with 3 away. We're only 3 people left. Only 3, and I can hang up. I can be like, "Yay, I did it. I did it." I added a whole bunch of people and I'm out. Oh yeah, I can't wait for the anime too, man. It's gonna be super freaking exciting, bro. It's gonna be super freaking exciting, man. You can't, but I won't, bro. You can't even imagine, man. I know, right? Let's do it like freaking what's it called? Let's do it like China, right? Romance of the 5 warlords or something like that. Romance of the 5 warlords, right? just like a romance of the 3 kingdoms, right? Romance of the 3 kingdoms. It's a fucking amazing story. Like if you don't know anything, that's one of the most amazing stories you'll ever read. Like Romance of the 3 Kingdoms, right? It's ancient too. It's a really old story. It's like 1500 years old, right? But it was so good. Oh my god, you know. So yeah, Romance of the 3 Kingdoms. So basically, it's just like what they would call it is like it's a romanticization, right? Or romanticization of a period of time. So like there's real history behind it, but you're adding a lot of like fictional stuff to make it a better story. So it's a romanticized version of real historical events. That's why they call it Romance of the 3 Kingdoms as opposed to Records of the 3 Kingdoms. Hell fucking yeah. And I watched the series. If you guys ever, this is my recommendation for you guys, if you ever want to watch a show that'll literally like change your entire mentality on how history needs to be understood, go and watch 3 Kingdoms 2010. Google it. Go on YouTube. First of all, don't go on YouTube on your TV because you'll never be able to find the series. But there's a playlist. If you go on your computer and then you stream it to your TV from your computer, there's a playlist that has the entire freaking show of Romance of the 3 Kingdoms from the very first episode to like the 90th episode. There's like 90 fucking episodes. They're hour long each. There's 90 of them. Best Chinese drama I ever seen in my life. It's better than fucking Game of Thrones, and I'm dead ass serious about that. I am not lying. I am not exaggerating when I say it is way better than fucking Game of Thrones. Like way better than Game of Thrones. Yeah, and Dynasty Warriors is like an action game, right? With cool historical figures. But when you watch the actual drama of Romance of the Three Kingdoms, you watch Three Kingdoms 2010 series. Oh my god, they did so good at telling the story. And it's all over dramatic too. Like you'll see like bad acting, but it's on purpose. Like bad acting in the story is extremely on purpose when it does happen. Like after a while, at first you're like, "Oh, this is the worst acting I've ever seen. Why are they all laughing like that?" Right? You would think that, right? On the first episode. But after like 6 episodes, when you see that kind of laugh, you know niggas is lying. You know they lying their asses off right now. And when you see a real laugh from them, you could tell, oh, they serious. That was actually funny. Because you could tell people do things on purpose because it's like the right thing to do culturally, right? So they bullshit a lot and it looks very like blatant, right? But you don't see it at first. At first, you're like, oh, it's the worst acting I've ever seen. 6 episodes in, you're like, oh crap, that was not bad acting. That was bad acting. But bad acting is in like political. Like, oh, I have to be sad. The king died. Oh, I'm so heartbroken. The king died. Oh, I'm so sad. Oh, and you be like, this is the worst acting ever. And then that one nigga who wasn't crying, you say, wait a minute, that nigga's shady, right? You be like, that guy right there is a problem, right? And then later on they have a conversation. They say, you see how some of the ministers didn't really care, right? And then later on you see them get like arrested and get their heads chopped off. You're like, oh, what happened? And they say, you better cry. You better cry. You better cry when that man died. Don't be thinking you're gonna be like, oh, he cool, or you're gonna be bigger man. You better start doing the waterworks. Oh man, it's the greatest show ever, man. Watch the show. You're gonna love it. You'll love it. All right. It heavily inspires me to this day when it comes to writing. It heavily inspires me. Heavily. You think Flame is gonna be as good as Romance of the Three Kingdoms? Never. Never. I don't even think Black Sands is ever gonna get that way. We might make one for Mali Empire. So I do have a very ambitious story for the Mali Empire, right? I do have a very ambitious story for the Mali Empire, but it's so ambitious, I can't even begin to tackle it today. I would need to be so big before I can even think about tackling it. And that would be a rival to Romance of the Three Kingdoms. But it would nothing else even come. You know how freaking crazy your story has to be and how wide and big it has to be to even compete with Romance of the Three Kingdoms? Yeah, Squid Game was Korean, right? But I understand what you're talking about. I understand what you're talking about. All right, we'll probably get 60 later on tonight. I'm not going to stick around to it. I'm kind of tired right now. My voice is getting a little shaky. So I'm not going to wait until we get to 60. But remember, just click the link in my description right here, or click the link on any social media page I have and support this Kickstarter campaign. Go hard early. Let's blow this bad boy out the water and let's reach for the stars because we own this series. As investors, we own this. This is us. This is like supporting your moms, because y'all family, y'all blood. This is by blood right here. This ain't no random comic book creator. This is part of our family. So I'll see you guys later. Peace.